Hey guys, Snapping Gunpla 79 here. Just wanted to give you guys a little tour of my workspace. I want to eventually get a bigger one, and I am going to be working on that soon. So when I start to put that all together, I'll post updates and update videos and things like that. So to start off, I have my cutting mat. Things, of course, awesome to use. Don't mess up your table too much. I have a cool new soldering iron that I got. I actually never used one of these before, and it actually works wonders on battle damage, so recommend this for anyone, of course. Just be careful with it, obviously. I have different Q-tips, regular ones, I have my pointier ones, and then I have the Tamiya hobby ones. These are great for panel lines and anything, really. Recommend those. I have different paints. I have Vallejo Splash Mud. I used this on the Zaku and on all the ones I battle damaged. And it dries wet looking, so it looks like real mud. I want to try out other stuff from them because their stuff works really well. So I definitely suggest using this if you want to do some sort of cool battle scene or, destroyed Gundams and things like that. I have the Tamiya weathering kit here. This is the first one I got, and I used it for the RX-78 shield. And the silver is awesome for like the melted areas. It just applies on perfect to where it looks like real metal almost. So these are really good. Definitely suggest trying that out if you can. The panel line paint, and I have my extra thin cement. Stuff's great. Obviously, you all should know that. Alcohol, safety glasses for when I get a little crazy, I guess. This model is just there for practice and trying out different techniques. It's pretty much just to destroy it, to see what I like to do for battle damage and things like that. I have these cotton wipes. Use this for cleaning up some spots when I do the battle damage and weathering. These work really well too. Over here I have all my different tools. I've got hands I got for a decent price. They're definitely worth getting. You can check out USA Gundam Store. That's where I got these, and they had a good deal on it, and I haven't had any issues with them. They're great. I have my other nippers here I use for destroying the kits and stuff when I do the battle damage. The Tamiya hobby knife. This thing's awesome. When I got it, it came with like 30 replacement blades, and it's going to last me forever. This thing's small enough to do cool bullet hole damage around the actual holes, and other stuff like that. I have cool tweezers for small parts and decals and things. I have different paint brushes that I use for weathering and stuff. I have Gundam markers in here. I have Sharpies. I have these two pin devices here, which I use for bullet holes and different damage like that. These are great even if you want to do like, if you want to have your Gundam have a wire sticking out of it, you can drill a little hole and stick wire in it and make it look like actual wire coming out of it, like it's a real robot. Other thing I have in here, if I can find it, is this extra thin cement pen that I got off eBay. This is how I got that giant hole in the RX-78 shield that everyone liked on Instagram. Just one day I was, practicing with it, and it ended up pouring out so much that it pretty much, I thought it ruined the shield, and then I started scraping it away, and it ended up making it look actually burnt and exploded and stuff like that. So I use this for bigger areas. For some reason it destroys plastic better than this one does. But if you do get it and you want to actually have a nice kit, be careful with this because it does pour out pretty quick. What else do I have over here? I have different files that I use. This is an alright set. I want to get a better one. This one leaves too many ridges that I don't like on the kits, so I want to try to find a finer set. I have a cool sanding stick that actually uses belts, so you can actually like move it when you need a fresh spot for sanding, and kind of goes up and down to let the belt go on easy. I have other pens and ink stuff like that. Over here, I have a pencil style eraser, and I use this for panel lines and stuff. And then I have a little mini screwdriver, which I've been using for the perfect grate that I'm building. A little brush. This actually came from a face shaver, and this is actually great for hard to reach areas. This is the thing of blades that came with my Tamiya hobby knife. They're all stored up here in little separate packages, and then down here they have a slit you can put the old ones in, so you don't have to worry about throwing them in the trash and hurting anybody. Thought that was kind of cool. Here are bits for my pin vices, all different sizes. And I also was able to get this set too. It has all different sizes. I mean, some of them are almost, you can't even see them, they're so small, for cool small arms fire and things like that. I have these erasers that I use for panel lines. What's cool about these is they don't leave too much dust. They kind of gather up in little like crumbles instead of dust everywhere, and it kind of melts together, so you don't have all the little crumbs going inside of the panel lines and just screwing them up. I also have a kneaded eraser, which I didn't get to try out yet, but I want to see if this works better than the regular erasers on the panel lines. If it does, that'd be great, because this stuff's clean and doesn't leave any type of residue. My gloves for when I'm doing different weathering stuff. I have these little drawers down here. I have a bunch of other supplies in it. Got sanding sticks, 4 different sizes, like grits, and got these at the local hobby shop near me, and yeah, they're working great. No complaints with these. 3M masking tape. Got this from the USA Gundam store subscription crate that I got, along with this Tamiya sandpaper. I haven't tried this out yet, and I'm excited to, because I've been wanting to check their stuff out for sandpaper, so I'm gonna figure out how to use this. Apparently I need a sanding block. Also, I have like other sanding paper. I have decals. I have baggies, sanding strips that I made. They're a harder grit, so it should, you know, chew apart plastic a little bit better. Little screwdriver set. You can't go wrong with this. It's also good for weathering and battle damage. I did use this on that RX-78 shield as well. It's really easy to scrape up the different plastic pieces and getting rid of the glue off there and everything like that. So that's that drawer. And the next drawer, I have a bunch of just pens and pencils and stuff, other art supplies. Little sprayers that I'm going to use for battle damage at some point and weathering. This is kind of cool. It's one of those scoring knives that you can use for making your own panel lines. Haven't tried it out yet because I'm still trying to practice just getting the weathering down, but that's that. Droppers as well. I didn't get to use yet. Over there I have my perfect grade that's in the process of getting built. And down here, underneath the table, I have this sweet girly box. And inside is other jars and things. I have syringes for applying battle damage, and well, I use ink sometimes for the battle damage, so this is to put it in certain spots that I want it and without having a little bit more control over it. Same thing with the other syringes. Different tips for the syringes here. I have these jars that I'm going to use for different washes and things like that. These should work pretty well. They're glass, so they're pretty nice. Droppers in here. I have plastic jars as well. Just all that pretty much. But I can't wait to get my new setup because I'll be able to have all these out and use them instead of just having them in this dumb box. But yeah, that's my small work area so far. I'm hoping by the end of the fall I should be getting my new area started at least. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed seeing my little workspace, and hope to be putting out some more videos soon.